Why are the Ackermans immune to the Fritz's memory wipe? This is something that's interested me ever since the revelation back in season 3, where in addition to a few noble bloodlines, the Ackermans are completely immune to the Founding Titan's ability to wipe humanity's memories and make them forget the past, which led to members of the family being hunted to near extinction by the military police. I believe season three's big reveal towards the end, as well as Willie's explanation of the true history of Eldia, Marley, and Paradise, gives us all the information we need to draw our conclusions that the reason the Ackermans are immune to the mind wipe is because they actually aren't Eldians at all. Now, there's a lot of signs I think that point to this, but the first I want to mention is quite possibly the weakest form of evidence, but one worth mentioning. We've never actually seen an Ackerman Titan shifter despite so many important characters being Ackermans. Kenny was this close to taking the Titan injection vial out of sheer curiosity as to what it's like to be a Titan, as well as to save his own life, but ultimately changed his mind. I think this was more than character writing. It was deliberate, because as we know, the entire reason why Eldians are as persecuted as they are, on top of being used as military weapons, is because nothing would have happened if he did inject himself with the serum, or he would have died. We don't really know what happens when a non-Eldian takes the injection as of now. Imagine the first character we actually see use the serum properly that's alive at the time, and nothing happens or they die. Kind of a bit anticlimactic and confusing, right? At least given how much we know at the time these events take place. I also believe that when Kenny is told that the Founding Titan can alter all of humanity's memories, that's a complete lie, not on Kenny's grandfather's part, but that he learned and believed in. And this is super important. At this point in time, other than some rogue Titan shifters who seem to live just outside the wall somewhere, we believe humanity is still confined to the walls. And it would make sense to say in that context that humanity's collective memory can be wiped. But if this was true, why does the rest of the world know about Paradise? While ignorant to the true history of why and how King Fritz retreated to the island, they know of the Founding Titan and existential threat a rogue king or queen would prove to the rest of the world. In fact, it's not even clear if Eldians outside of Paradise are even affected by this. Even if they were, though, Marley and the society that are on the outskirts of, they'd quickly overpower such brainwashing. But the very fact that this is an entire world outside of the walls begs the question, were there already different races and societies living on Paradise before King Fritz brought the Eldians there? It would make perfect sense if there were, as even the Eldians in Paradise know of other cultures. Mikasa, for example, was almost trafficked into the underground because, as part of the supposedly extinct Asian clan, she was very valuable to them. In fact, Kenny's talk with his grandfather reveals that the other clan to turn against the king that was immune to his mind wipe was the Oriental clan. He doesn't describe them in nearly the same detail as he does to the Ackerman family, but it can be inferred that just like the Ackermans, the Oriental clan was hunted to extinction, as by the start of the series, Mikasa is the only one we even know about. And this would make sense as to how both their parents got together. The show doesn't explicitly tell us a lot about them, but we do know her father was an Ackerman and her mother was Asian. This would give them something in common as persecuted bloodlines, and also kept them from easily finding relationships with most other people. How do you relate to somebody who's hunted by the government at any given time? We also know her father was somehow involved in the underground world and their dealings, as Kenny makes a reference to this branch of the family to his grandfather, saying that they moved south around Shigashina, but that someone was interfering with their business too. This is probably how an underground group of human traffickers even knew about them, considering how secluded they were. From Mikasa's perspective as a child, her parents were randomly attacked, but the assailants likely knew who her father was, which would also explain why they were so scared and jumpy that they stabbed him as soon as they saw him. After all, the fighting ability of the Ackermans is hardly a secret, especially in the underground, where you have people like Kenny the Ripper running around. I think the reason the Ackermans made such excellent guards was specifically because of their innate warrior ability and the fact that they weren't Eldians and would not covet the throne, as they could never get control of the Founding Titan. This also gave them some leverage against other noble families and insurrectionists who did want to claim the power for themselves, as this ensured after the first memory wipe, the Ackermans almost always knew way more than the regular citizens did. And retaining all the other races of non-Eldians as nobles was important too, in order to keep them from mingling with the folks who thought all of humanity was still in the walls. This kept them separated to make it easier to fight to keep the Eldians uninformed and ignorant. But this is probably the reason the Ackermans eventually turned on the king, if that's what happened. Unlike the nobles who were happily living like kings, they were tasked with protecting the king. One of two things must have happened. Either they got sick of the secrets, corruption, and lies and rebelled, or, more likely, the royal family and nobles feared them for their fighting ability and wanted to remove what they viewed as an eventual or even imminent threat. Think Frieza and the Saiyans. In conclusion, us never seeing a Titan shifting Ackerman, the fact that they're conveniently immune to something that should affect everyone in an anime where tropes like that are squashed harder than likable side characters during a Titan invasion, the revelation that just like in our world, Attack on Titan is home to many races of people, with King Fritz and the Eldians not originally being from Paradise, I think it's safe to say that Levi and Mikasa couldn't be Titans even if they wanted to. But hey, that's just a theory. An anime theory. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, make sure to subscribe and ring the bell for more videos like this, and let me know in the comments what other anime you'd like for me to discuss. Also, check out my gaming content. I post every single day and stream on Twitch a few days a week too. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.